What is up, you guys? It's me, your host, Adam, aka Jcc2224, aka the 18,000 subscriber broski, aka the Michael Jordan of Avatar figure collecting, and, okay, Zack Ryder parodies out of the way. This is the Diamond Select Avatar The Last Airbender stuff. These are the full release versions, not the Walgreens versions. These are the complete. This is, the best accessories, the best versions of them, except maybe for Aang. We're going to talk about that. But here we are. Finally, we have new Avatar The Last Airbender figures. It has been so long since we have gotten new Avatar stuff, because, well, Avatar hasn't been, around for a while. But yeah, we have Book 3 Aang, Book 3 Zuko, and Book 1 Katara. So we actually have quite a nice selection of characters here. All of these were not released in the original Mattel run, and I really appreciate the uniqueness of these characters. And I'm so happy I finally have a freaking Katara, because oh my gosh, Katara, we needed it desperately. I'm hoping Diamond Select keeps on with these. I hope we get the Kyoshi Warriors, we get Azula, we get everyone that we did not get. Everyone, make everybody, I don't care. Uncle Iroh, Uncle freaking whoever. We need all of them ASAP. But yeah, let's talk about these guys. Let's talk about Zuko first, because Zuko is the edgy one. He is the Kylo Ren of Avatar The Last Airbender, in more ways than one. Whoop. And honestly, his figure is one of the best ones. I like them all, though. I like all of these figures, but I just want to talk about Zuko. So what he comes with, he actually doesn't come with too much. He comes with this big fireball effect. The original Walgreens version, as you can see here, only had a little fireball that just came out of an alternate fist. But here he has a big fireball. You can have him doing that. One of my favorite ways to have him display it, it's like it's coming out of his foot. I like that display method right there, like he's shooting it off from his feet. It's such an awesome accessory, and I love that you get bases. Each figure comes with a base that has a hole for the dynamic stand, as well as a peg for the feet. So you actually get a lot of different pieces with these dynamic stands. I don't like them too much though, because I'm worried the joints are going to break. But you can see the weight distribution was a little off there, because this is a really heavy piece. You can see this fire effect is really heavy, so you need to work with it. You need to try to get it going. I wish the stand wasn't clear plastic, because I'm worried it's gonna break. I really am. I don't have faith in clear plastic nowadays. But talking about the stand just a little bit, like I said, you get a lot of different alternate pieces. These are all of the alternate pieces from all three figures. You can see you have a longer piece, a medium piece, multiple short pieces, multiple medium pieces. And that doesn't count the ones that the actual figures are using currently. But yeah, all of these hinges, they have screws in them. You can tighten it, you can loosen it. So if you want to be really sturdy, you can just tighten it and it's pretty much stuck in that position. But it's just not very fluid to move. I'm worried the ratchets that are built in are going to end up cracking the clear plastic. But they're not too bad. Like I said, you get a lot here. I wish you had other holes in the base though, because I actually want to use... Because see, you can actually... There's holes on the backs of the figures. You can actually put the figures on the base. These dynamic bases, which I appreciate. But unfortunately, there's just not a second hole there. So you can't have both the effect piece, which needs to be on the base, and a figure on the same base. So that's unfortunate. So yeah, you've already seen his effect piece. You've already seen everything to know about the bases. Let's talk about Zuko himself. So like I said, this is Book 3 Zuko. Around the time when he's like, you know what, man, I'm kind of done chasing the Avatar. I'm just going to show up to his place, and I'm just going to go, hey, guys. That's pretty much what happened, wasn't it? This is an awesome figure. I'm so happy we finally have a Book 3 Zuko, because I love the design. I love the outgrown hair. The scar looks really nice on this figure. I like the outfit, too. I like the embroidery. It's really basic. I mean, it's a Nickelodeon cartoon. It's not super detailed, but I really enjoy it. It's a really nice figure. It's really articulated, too. Now, one thing I know people are going to want to know immediately, how do these scale with the old Mattel figures? And a lot of people may be looking at reviews, hoping to see comparisons. I know I was. I didn't know if these would scale when I got them. I had no idea. And I'm happy to report that they, I would say about 90% scale with the old Mattel stuff. I would say it's like a 90% scale. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. Some are better than others. You can see Zuko's definitely gone through a bit of a growth spurt. But you know what? You can definitely fudge him in. Get Zuko with his hat on. get this Zuko in a dynamic pose. I mean, I display them on the same shelf. I'm not worried about it. So yeah, that difference isn't too bad, man. I think it's a pretty close match. I would say 90% scales well. I mean, you can see the proportions are pretty the same for Zuko. You can see it's pretty much just the length of the legs there they extended. So yeah, I think those scale pretty decently together. I still like the Mattel stuff, but I will definitely get anything new Diamond Select makes, even if they're starting to retread Mattel's ground. So yeah, there's the old Mattel Zuko. And let's talk about his articulation, because it's actually pretty decent. He has a ball joint at the head, ball hinge at the shoulders there. Elbows are kind of disappointing, because you can get less than 90 out of Zuko. It's really disappointing. And he has a swivel right there. He has ball hinges at the wrists. He does not have any interchangeable hands. You have a ball joint at the waist, so you get a little bit of range there. You have kind of the hinge swivel system, kind of like the DCUC system at the hips there. Then you have a thigh swivel. Then you have a really good double jointed knee. You can see it pretty much can kick his own butt. And then you have, I don't think you have a boot swivel, which is unfortunate, but you do have an ankle. It can move down, can move up just a little bit. And then you have an ankle tilt, which is actually very useful. So Zuko is a winner, in my opinion. Really good figure. Really happy with Zuko. So let's get him how he's going to probably be displayed on my shelf indefinitely. You know, just with the fireball. Because I actually changed my avatar shelf to make space for not only all these new figures, but also all their effect pieces, because I really love the effects. So there we go. There's Zuko. Looking awesome. Looking sweet. Definitely recommend this one. Let's move on. Who should we talk about next? Let us talk about, how about Aang next? Because we haven't been waiting for Aang in his Book 3 outfit, as long as we've been waiting for a Book 1 Katara. So yeah, this is the Book 3 Aang. This is what you get here. You have this swoosh effect, which kind of has these two holes right there. I kind of like him in between his legs. You could probably do whatever you want with it. And you have the hole right there. It's just an air effect. It's not bad. It's not bad. And you get Momo. You get Momo. Oh my gosh. You get freaking Momo. And this Momo is amazing. I love it. He actually has articulation. You can move the head. I really do like that. He does have little scuffs out of the box. He had some scuffs on his ears, which is kind of disappointing. And he's all painted too, so you can't just like remove those unless you paint over him. So here's the new Momo, and I figured I would compare it with the old Mattel Momo, which is shockingly a lot larger. I'm not sure why. He's also... This isn't discolored. This is just how Mattel made it, I believe, in this off-white. So yeah, this is a bright white. This is an off-white. It's interesting. The size difference for sure. I think the diamond one is way better size, way better looking. Has an articulated head. But I like the different poses. They both can serve different, uses in my collection. Momo can. This one I have on Appa's head usually, but this one is just kind of going to be sitting next to Aang. So this Aang is kind of disappointing because he doesn't come with his staff. He doesn't come with a staff. I fully expected him to come with a staff, but he does not. He comes with some hands. He has a fisted hand, and then he has an open hand. And then on this side, he has... We got to talk about this hand. It's like a straight hand. But look at this straight hand. He's missing a thumb. There's just no thumb on this hand. You can see there's just no thumb. It just wasn't there. Just no thumb. And then another fist. So you have fist options as well. I mean, the fists are all right. They're just little fists. I appreciate that the peg is also painted blue a little bit. But yeah, there's the hands there, and that open hand's perfectly fine. And one thing with this figure too is that he has a happy face. And the reason this is notable is because number one, it looks pretty decent. But number two, the Walgreens version does not have a happy face. It actually has an angry face. So there's a lot of differences with the Walgreens version. The Walgreens version has a staff and has an angry face, and this one doesn't have those. So, I mean, if you're a madman, you would just get both versions. But me personally, I'm a madman. I got both versions. So here is the Walgreens one, because I didn't get the Walgreens versions of the other characters, but Aang just... I mean, look, the angry face and the happy face, there's such a difference. I really prefer the angry face. I really do. I think it looks so much cooler. And he has the staff, too. Come on. But this is pretty much all that the Walgreens Aang came with. This is it right here. This is everything. You just got the staff. You got this really nice black base, which I really like. I want more of those in my life, please. And you have the staff, which he holds very, very nice. He has these unique holding hands for the Walgreens version as well. So the only thing the same between these two figures is the base bodies. The hands, the head, and all the accessories are completely different. Which one do I prefer? Man, the thing is, I already had a Momo, so I'm not too, this isn't too important of an accessory to me. But if you don't have a Momo, you got to get the normal Diamond Select version. But Momo aside, I prefer this version of Aang. Excuse me, Aang. Aang, I should call him Aang, right? Isn't there a Netflix version of Avatar coming out soon? Oh no, I'm worried. So yeah, there's the Aangs there. Here, let's talk about the articulation. Let's show it off on this one. So his articulation is actually better than Zuko's. He has a ball joint at the head there, which actually gives you really good range. Let's just pop one arm out. He does have this pre-molded sleeve right there, so you can't get it really out too far on that arm, but on this arm you can get it out further. He actually has pretty much 90 degrees at the elbows. He has swivels and hinges at the wrists. He has a really nice ball joint at the waist. And then he's kind of limited at the legs there because of the tunic, but it's all good. Then the rest of the articulation is pretty much the same as Zuko's. It's not too bad. Man, I'm not that burpy of a person, but lately in these videos, I just can't. I'm struggling, man. And see, I don't burp too well. I need burp instructions. I said that like years ago. I still need burp instructions. Anyways, there we go. There is the Aangs. And let's finish it off with... Oh, please stand up. Oh, no. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. One thing I gotta say, they don't stay on the bases too well. The select bases, these clear ones. They just like falling off, especially if you only have one foot on the stand. There we go. My lips finally started working. Finally, we have Katara. Or Takara, if you want to call her the company that produces Transformers in Japan. This figure is really great. It's really amazing. I just gotta say, it's nice. Even though the effect part has a lot of issues, and we're going to talk about that. So the effect part's really, it looks nice. It looks beautiful. You can see you have the hole right there where you can just kind of swoosh over. It kind of simulates she's getting the water out of her pouch, and it's just kind of shooting it forward. I really enjoy that. And you do have the pouch where she does keep her water, and I appreciate that. It looks beautiful, man. This is Katara. I love the blue outfit. I love the face. That is... It just speaks of the character so well, and it just looks really nice. She has the necklace. Oh, it's so nice. It's kind of more of a choker, though, isn't it? But yeah, she has pretty decent articulation as well. She has, you can see she has a bicep swivel there. She has less than 90, unfortunately, but you can see she's got, some hands, some gesturing hands, which I appreciate. Then her waist is pretty much just a swivel on this figure. And then the legs can move out. I'm just going over the articulation now, aren't I? Then the knees definitely has good range because they're way thinner than the other ones because her legs, her pants aren't as baggy. Oh my gosh. There we go. I have finally used the proper English words. But yeah, that is an individual piece as well. If you want to just take that off, which why would you? So one thing I really need to compare with Katara is her scale with her brother, because that's kind of important. We didn't get Katara in the original Mattel line. So how does she scale with the original Mattel Sokka, or excuse me, Sokka? Sorry, not the greatest. She's definitely. This is why I said 90%, because it's not. She should probably be like there, but I mean, you could fudge it. I hope they make a new Sokka in the Diamond Select line. The blues don't really match either on the outfits. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad, but you really have to see. I have him on top of Appa, and I have her not on top of Appa. So it's you can kind of just have them in different places on your shelf or something. You don't really think about it. But yeah, there's that. And don't worry, I will compare Aang as well. I kind of forgot a little bit ago. But anyways, let's talk about how crappy her accessories are. So she has, her Walgreens version just had a little water bubble at the tip of her finger. That was it. There's a picture of it. Not very impressive. So her other hands, she has just another straight hand. This one actually does have a thumb, though. Pretty uneventful. And then she has this baby hand. we just need to talk about this freaky little baby hand. Because look at that. Look at how small the fingers are. This is a baby hand. It's so weird looking. Ugh. And it's so much smaller than her normal hand. Look at that. It's a freaking baby hand. Look at that. Why did she come with this baby hand? What's the difference between these hands? Why did she include this? It's so pointless. It's just a little baby hand. Ugh. So yeah, her hands, just don't even worry about the alternate hands. Because you don't... Even though one of them is for the water effect, which is really freaking stupid. So, it has molded in spots for the hands. You have a molded in spot there, and a molded in spot there. The only problem is, this is for the right hand, and this is for the left hand. So it has to be like this. Literally the only way you can get her with this water effect, with these molded on parts. Now, I'm not even going to put the alternate hand on, because you're supposed to use that flat hand she gets right there. You're supposed to use that flat hand. I'm not even going to bother. This is literally the only way. That's it. And you're wondering, oh, that's not too bad. I mean, it doesn't look too awful. But the hole is on the opposite side. So what's the point of the effect base in the hole with this? Like, you can't. It's not compatible. It doesn't work. So completely ignore these molded in little hand things. I mean, you don't really notice them unless they're pointed out to you, because it's just flowing water. Completely ignore those. Just ignore them, please. Then get the water effect right there. That's what I do. And then just have her flow in it. And then you have these little pieces that are sticking out from the water right here. And I don't know if you saw, but I kind of had her hand wedged in between that. I mean, it looks really nice if you get it right. But other than that, it's just really dumb. Like you can see right there, you can kind of get her hand wedged. Come on. Come on, you can get her hand wedged right there. Look at that. That looks really nice, doesn't it? Yeah, that looks really nice. Just ignore those little hand indents. It's stupid. So there we go. There's Katara. And let's do one last comparison with Aang. Sorry if that triggers you. Let's compare it with the old Aang, which is the Book 1 Aang. Then he's got his glider on. So you can see, yet again, it's kind of like a 90% match. I forget how bad the Mattel faces were. Honestly, they're not that good. You can see here, the scale is the best. These guys pretty much are in scale, honestly. I mean, the difference is so minor, and even then you could just chalk it up to him growing up in the time between Book 1 and Book 3. Even though it was almost like a year, maybe less than a year, it wasn't too long. But still, kids grow up pretty fast, and you could just kind of chalk it up to him maybe growing up just a little bit. But the new one looks so much better than the old one. I mean, this figure's really old. This figure came out when the show came out. It has this weird rubber. Mattel used this weird rubber for a lot of the cloth pieces. That's actually his clothes. Like, it actually springs back. It's a really weird material they don't use on toys anymore. But yeah, there we go. And it's kind of unfortunate that you don't get this accessory with any of the Aangs. But hey, you know, just get a Mattel Aang, and then there you go. But yeah, there we go. There is the Diamond Select Avatar: The Last Airbender Wave 1. The Select versions, as well as the Walgreens Aang. Because the Walgreens Aang actually has a lot of different stuff going on instead of just a dumb little accessory. Because the accessories for Katara and Zuko from Walgreens are just the same thing, but not as cool. But, you know, he actually has different stuff. So there we go. Let's get little Momo in there. Let us conclude this review. So there we go, guys. I do want to do a video on my entire Avatar collection at some point in the... Oh, his tail moves too. Okay. His tail is also on a swivel. It can also pop off. There we go. Little detail I did not notice before. Nice little point of articulation, I guess. I actually really appreciate that. Bonus points for this Momo. Bonus points. Alrighty, guys. There we go. Hope you enjoyed my review. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my social media links, PO box address, and frequently asked questions down in the description below. Have a good day, guys. I need to learn how to freaking talk. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. I couldn't learn how to talk after that. Oh my gosh, that was an awful joke. See you guys. Bye.